Welcome back. Florida is a relatively low-tax state with a very desirable climate.
And that gives us an interesting advantage when it comes to attracting jobs. But the more we cut school funding, the more we lose our edge.
To my neighbor who doesn't have school-age children, it directly impacts your property values.
Successful companies also place a value on quality education. They look for cities where they can hire smart, qualified people. That's where teachers say our legislature is shortchanging our future.
By mortgaging our future of our children to save an extra dime now may come out to be a very bad thing.
When we spend more upfront on education, teachers and parents say we can hold down other costs down the line.
For us to be even discussing it is almost to the point of being ridiculous.
Schools across the state are planning to cut summer school, which means struggling students would be held back or drop out. And we already have one of the highest dropout rates in the nation.
We can't tell students, listen, we're going to dumb it down for 2 or 3 years and wait till the economy comes back, and then we'll fund education. Those 2 or 3 years, we're going to lose a lot of kids. We'll never get them back.
Florida students have made sharp improvements on national tests, but the state has already cut nearly 200 reading teachers and plans to cut more.
You can do the math. Over time, we're going to lose our competitive edge. Where does that place us in a global economy? We're going to be sliding.
Schools everywhere are cutting teachers and staff.
They're also reducing bonuses for high-performing schools across the state. Right now, every county in Central Florida is in the red. Our reporters have fanned out to break down the fallout county by county. We begin with Darlene Jones, who worked the numbers in Orange County.
Every department and every school has to help cut up to $150 million. 16 elementary schools may shut down.
Who's to say that the school that they end up at will be as great as this school?
Up to 900 teachers could be laid off, putting more students in each classroom. The school board is considering eliminating sports, music, art, summer school, transportation for magnet students, and furloughs for administrators.
Last year I had 30 computers, This year I have 9.
This year, administrators have already slashed $94 million. 1,300 employees are gone, and 585 were teachers.
I'm George Spencer in Seminole County, where parents who've paid more to move into one of the state's strongest school districts are fighting cuts tooth and nail.
People are going to the rallies. People are angry.
The district's $64 million shortfall means no summer school this year, huge cuts in per-student spending, and possibly hundreds of layoffs.
Are we talking about fewer textbooks, fewer supplies?
Everything is on the table right now.
Superintendent Bill Vogel has even proposed a millage rate increase for residents if the state doesn't find a way to send more money, possibly through new taxes. It leaves education-minded families at a loss.
My question is why does this have to happen?
I'm Jason Allen in Volusia County, where the cuts started last year with the decision to close 7 schools. Some had educated children for more than 100 years.
There are some things worth fighting for, and this is one of them.
It was a drop in the bucket considering the $45 million budget shortfall. 200-plus teachers weren't reappointed, and administrators took a 2% pay cut. Now, the district that has lost the highest percentage of students of any large district in Florida faces $60 million more in cuts and is considering 4-day weeks and eliminating all athletics.
I'm Kevin Oliver in Brevard County. On the Space Coast, more than 5,000 teachers and support staff have already agreed to 2-year pay freezes to try and stem layoffs. The school board chairman says he fears what may come next.
We cannot continue to do what we're doing.
Teachers with less than 3 years on the job could be the first to go. The district is facing a $70 million shortfall and could be forced to shut some underpopulated beachside schools. The district is also considering ending busing of students to out-of-area schools of choice and scaling back sports programs.
I'm Barron Peterson in Lake County, where the school board may have to make some deep budget cuts.
We're planning for about a 15 to 20% budget reduction for this next year, which will equal somewhere in the neighborhood of around $30 million.
School board member Cindy Barrow says as many as 88 teachers could lose their jobs, and dozens of other positions may have to be eliminated, including secretaries and janitors. The board cut 12% from the budget a year ago and put a hiring freeze in place, all in response to a serious shortfall in state funding.
I'm Melanie Holt in Osceola County. Osceola County schools are facing a $61 million shortfall going into the 2009-2010 school year. Falling state funding isn't the only culprit. The district is also a victim of slipping enrollment. An action plan has been created that could slash millions from next year's budget. Among other steps, the district could hold employee health insurance contributions at or below its current level, freeze vehicle purchases, remove portables, delay buying new textbooks, or even implement a district-wide 4-day summer work week. Osceola, like a number of other districts, would also like to avoid even bigger deficits by asking legislators to hold off on mandates for class size reduction and retirement rate increases.
I'm Daryl Nail in Marion County, where the district has gone a step further from most others. In a video played to 522 first and second year teachers, the school superintendent told them their contracts will not be renewed at the end of this school year.
This is going to impact everyone, and each night I pray for another solution.
But so far, there's been no solution, only more cuts. In addition to dumping 522 teachers, Marion County is in a hiring freeze. They've instituted 4-day summer work weeks and eliminated raises, overtime, and all out-of-county travel. The cuts add up to $33 million, but that's not all. The district now expects it will have to trim another $11 million from their budget before the start of the school year. Future cuts could include eliminating another 293 teaching positions.
Sumter and Flagler counties are also struggling.
Flagler has lost more than 100 teachers and staff through a hiring freeze. Flagler is facing a $10 million shortfall and won't make additional cuts until lawmakers pass a budget. Sumter County is facing a $7 million shortfall. The superintendent doesn't plan layoffs, but is looking into other possible cuts.
When we return, we'll show you how teachers and parents and some state lawmakers are responding to the crisis.
The Pitchfork Brigade and the search for answers coming up.